Folks, we're at the 160-pound class. We got North Union versus Bexley. And North Union, Michael Persinger gets a takedown. Persinger. There's 1 minute left in the first period as we were having some technical difficulties with the speakers announcing. But now we have up and running, and we have North Union in the orange and black uniform, I take it, and then we have Bexley in the all blue singlet with a little bit of white trim. 30 seconds to go with the match still leading the 160-pound match. Michael Persinger. Persinger's trying to put him on his back. Looks like he's got no back points yet, unless the ref counted. I didn't see any swings of the arm. Running down the end of the first period. Time is 2-0 Persinger, North Union. Red defers. Bexley takes down. John Clark will be down. Clark's a senior with 11-1 record. Took 5th in the sectionals last year, and he took 3rd at the Licking Heights tournament this year. Persinger's a senior with a 12-9 record, and that's all they have on his stat sheet, folks. He tries to get a half stand-up, gets drilled back to the mat, and we have Michael trying to do a little half, and then he goes into a leg ride, and he's going to do a claw. It looks like he needs to get his hips up and try to get out to the side and run that half. But now we got Bexley, who came to his feet, went back to his hip. He's trying to get that leg. He's trying to get up. Now he's going to turn in. If he needs to turn in, he's out. He's almost out. Goes right back to knee drop. No change in control, and there's the one. We got neutral, 2-1. We got Bexley coming back. He's down by a point, so here he goes. He gets a shot in. He's trying to get a high crotch, a little dump there, blocked off by Persinger. And they call a stalemate. They go back to neutral position, standing. Person in the standing position needs to get the other person to the mat with control and cover either hips, knees, or shoulders to get a 2, and there goes a half shot again by North Union. He gets a head and arm on by Bexley. He needs to take him to the mat, extend that body, and try to grab a knee or an ankle and get his head in the hole and run it. There he goes. He's trying to spin around, but Persinger's holding the arm. Oh, he gets a roll. He might get it, and he's going to give him 2 right there at the out of bounds, and they cover out. Now the score goes to 4-1 with 23 seconds left in the second period for Michael Persinger, 160-pound, North Union. Bexley tries to stand up. Not much hand control. He's going to go back on his hip, and he gets a half thrown in. Spills it off. Needs to reset, get his base, get some type of hand control so he can get up and out. Time and no change of control. That was a good call by Vince DeSabato, ex-Ohio State wrestler. Injury time, red. I don't know if he's sick or what happened there. He got something in his throat, it looks like. Probably lack of oxygen, folks, but who am I to say? I did not see any injury. I mean, like something across the throat or what have you, but he's taking some injury time. Again, you have 2 minutes of injury time. starting the third period, we have 4-1, and it's North Union's favor. We'll see what John Clark from Bexley is going to take. Looks like Bexley's going to be on top. John Clark. He drives an ankle ride, goes into Navy. He's trying to lift that arm, lift that leg. He needs to come up a little bit in there. He goes into a cradle, but he loses it. You got to get out to the side. They're both in bad position there. North Union's trying to come off his hip as his coach was yelling. Bexley's got to try to break him down and put him to his back. I mean, he's losing, so the man in the bottom can just keep acting like he's trying to come up. Will suffice for the referee as far as calling any warning stalling. There's a minute 17 left in this third period, and we got Bexley down 4-1. He's trying to ride. He's right behind the hips. Looks like he needs to come out either with an arm bar or half. Now he's trying to pin that arm on now. He's trying to jump through and get to... Oh, I thought he was going to get it locked. He still has it in control because there he goes. Oh, he almost turned him with that. Now he drives it a little cross face. He's going back to the head and arm because he's trying to get in there and get a cradle. Looks like he's going to get the head in the hole. There he goes. Nope, he didn't get the cradle. And we got one neutral, 5-1. 40 seconds to go in the match. Michael Persinger is in control here. He needs to just keep moving. Bexley needs to try to grab that leg and take him down. Persinger needs to try to get some movement, but when you're 5-1, it's kind of hard to get called for stalling. Oh, Bexley tries a little dump there. You're going to try to sit through. He needs a drag out there. Nope, he throws a head and arm, but he misses it. Needs to change his hips. There you go. But don't jump across that, Wizard. Now get behind, you get your two, but he's not covering up. There we go. He covers it up. 5-3. And that's the end of the match, folks. We have Michael Persinger winning 5-3 over John Clark from Bexley. Next at the 170-pound weight class, Reese Wilson from Bexley. We got Alex O'Reilly, North Union. O'Reilly looks to be a freshman, and Reese Wilson from Bexley's a junior with an 18-5 record, and he took 6th place in the Licking Heights tournament. Again, there's no information on Alex O'Reilly from North Union, freshman, so he's getting what we call the lessons from hard knocks. When you get banged around a little bit, you learn a lot from losing. He gets in on that single, but he doesn't finish with his head down, and they cover. Gives him 2. Bexley has the 2. He covered right on the out-of-bounds line. Gets drilled to his back, but he comes back to fight it off. No back points. He was momentarily stopped on his back. Minute 19 in the first period. We got 2-0 Reese Wilson over Alec O'Reilly. Oh, he's got that bar in hard. He tries to run that. He's trying to run that chicken wing. Got to step on his inside hip. Oh, he's getting back points now. He's got him pretty tight. He needs to sit on that hip. Oh, he lets that arm go. Sit back on his face. There you go. Sit right on there. Get your hips down. Slide your hips down. Get it chest to chest. Same hold. He didn't let him come to a base, so there's no more back points. He gave him 2 back points, so the score is 4-0. Wilson from Bexley. Bexley tries a tight waist, trying to bump forward, getting that arm bar. See if he runs that again. Staying right close to the out of bounds. That way, if it's kind of close, you can almost jump out of bounds and you'll still be riding him. time. That's the first period. 4-0. Reese Wilson. Green's choice. So Reese Wilson says he will take down to start the second period. Down. That leaving Alec O'Reilly on the top position to start the second period. 4-0 Bexley. Bexley tries hand control. No back pressure. His head's on the mat. He needs to get his head up. There he comes. He's trying to come up, and he's going to turn in. Oh, he turns out. Turns out you get a little further away from the opponent, and it's hard to shoot back in. But when you turn in, that leg is closer, and you got a better shot to get one and two instead of just get the one. But as I said, Wilson's taking a commanding lead, 5-0, and they're both neutral with 1:30 left in the second period. Both wrestlers are now just trying to do some arm control, hand control. They're really not trying to penetrate. There we go. We get a half shot from Bexley on that leg. Didn't cut the corner. Now we got O'Reilly trying to get a knee tap. Oh, he should have picked it up. He was right behind that knee. Alex trying to get a shot. Wilson counters. Gets the two. We got a 7-0 lead. 48 seconds left. Second period. Now he's trying to roll him. He's trying to turn him. He's got that bar, and he's sitting tight. Oh, he's got to just sit right there again, folks. Get his balance. Now change to your... There you go. Change your hips down. Get the laces on the mat. And slide to get chest to chest. He's doing a manhandling on this match, folks. As I said, as a freshman, you're a little bit weaker in those upper weights than the juniors and seniors. Oh, he's got him tight, and they call a fall, folks. With 14 seconds left in the second period, Reese Wilson gets a pin. Score should be 9-0. No, excuse me, 3-6. Like I said, Bexley won by pin this last match, and then we had Persinger from North Union win at 160. We're at 182, folks, and we have Chris Cox Wilson, who was a sophomore, and he was third in the Washerback Classic. Then we have from Bexley, Eric Elliott Clark Jr., 22-2, fourth in the sectionals last year, third at Licking Heights. And I think both of these boys played football. I'm not, might stand corrected, but I believe this Chris Cox Wilson was a football player and might even played in the backfield. I'm not real sure with my notes from the cameraman. Cliff, I think he was saying this boy played football. Let's see what happens if they get in there and get like a tackling motion. Oh, North Union trying to circle around and get the two. There, they give him the two. How about that? Chris Cox Wilson gets his first takedown. He's putting the head pressure down. He's trying to stuff him, trying to dump him on his shoulders. He needs to keep putting back pressure on him. Trying to get a crossface. Come out there and get that. There you go. Get that. Run that butcher. Wow. No, he goes back to cradle. He needs to get hip to hip. Got kind of loose. He's got it kind of loose. He needs to get it tight. Bexley needs to kick out. Kick out. He's taking it slow. He's getting, he might be getting some points. Oh, he let him belly back down. He's got to run it. Oh, we're getting back points here, folks. And they'll keep that same move until they break out of the cradle. Whoa! We called a fall with 20 seconds left in the match. North Union, Chris Cox Wilson gets a pin. Wow, now we got 195. We got Trace Conrad from North Union. He's a junior, 13-9 record, fourth in the Washerback Classic. We got Bexley, Jalen Hatton, senior, 15-6, second in the sectionals last year, and runner-up at the Licking Heights tournament. So this should be a close match. They both have about the same record. Wow. Bexley goes right in and gets the takedown. Right on the edge. He's trying to bar him out, and they go out of bounds. 2-0 Bexley. Jalen Hatton. Again, remember, Bexley's in the blue singlet, and North Union's in the brown and orange. Bexley's on top. He puts that bar in. He's got it laced across the back. See if he's running it. He's got the other bar. Oh, he's got a double arm bar, and then he's getting the back points. He's stacking him hard, folks. And they call a pin for Jalen Hatton from Bexley. Bexley has 12. We got North Union with 9, and then we're at 220. Dylan Thompson from North Union, sophomore, 18-4, second in the sectionals last year, second in the Washerback Classic this year, and then Bexley's green. Hey, we're going to be at the Dublin Kaufman for the semis of the state duels. And then right after that, we're going to be doing the finals of the regional semis and finals of the regionals at Dublin Kaufman. Come and get some. 5 o'clock starts the match. There we got 2 for Bexley takedown. Oh, he rolls him back over, but no back points and 1 count. Still trying to keep a hold of him. Bexley's trying to ride him, but he's right behind him. It's hard to turn him when you're right behind him. There he goes. He gets the arm bar. See if he can run it. He's got a double wrist lock. Got the ankle. He needs to come off that. You got a 5 count there, and most wrestlers are going to be... Oh, he tried to stack him, but he rolls through. Uh-oh. Looks like North Union might be coming on a reversal here. He's just got to keep moving. Oh, keep moving. Yep, he went to a single. I always like a double better when you got a chance to move him around. Then he let go of the single, but he might be getting tired. 45 seconds left in this first period. You know, he's been getting ridden for the last minute. So he gets a little tired on the bottom. And you got all your weight to pull up and push up, and you got all that other guy's weight. And Bexley's trying to ride him. There's a cross face, a little bit physical. Bexley's still trying to kind of just ride him. He's not really doing a pinning combination. He's trying to knee block. Knee blocking maybe half might work out, but I'm not sure. Just sitting on your hips like that is a way to turn him. Time. 2-0 Green. Red's choice. He says up, down, neutral, defer. He defers to Green. Green takes neutral. Of course, he got the first takedown. That's a great call by Bexley. Great call. Grant Robinson. You just got the takedown. You know you can take him on your feet, so go ahead and get you some. Has an underhook with the head on that side. Not so bad. He needs to get it off the shoulder, maybe put it on his cheek of his opponent, and then you can work that underhook. Both wrestlers now in a collar tie. Oh, he tries for a bear hug, but he has an underhook and overhook. As when you have that situation, you both have the same thing. You got to get your hips in and try for a throw, or you'll never get it. Both wrestlers had their hips kind of far out on that positioning. Now he's in on an underhook again. Grant is. Now his head's on the other side. It's kind of hard to get that single. You got an underhook, you can always drop down on that single. You can throw. You can arm drag. There's several options there, but they're just kind of holding on to each other. I think they're about getting ready to give each other's exchange phone numbers here. Have a date for the Christmas formal that was over. Actually, spring's coming up, the groundhog formal. because they're just walking back and forth right now. Looks like a slow two-stepper. Now, you picked up, Bexley, I was hoping and telling this crowd out there in the big TV land that he was right by taking that because he's going to get a takedown, but, well, I just spoke too soon. There's your takedown. I was going to say you'd be running extra laps if I was coaching you. You take up and you didn't even get a shot that period. Finally gets it with about 15 seconds left in the period. Now he's going to run the half, but then he decides he can save more energy by staying back on the hips, so he's going to clear this period with a 4-0 lead. So we got Grant Robinson, 4-0. Dylan Thompson, North Union's got to figure out what he wants to try to do for the third period. I didn't hear what he said to the ref. It looks like he takes neutral. So now he feels like he can get the takedown. That's probably a good choice because neither wrestlers are really aggressive on these takedowns. He might have a chance if he get a shot. You just got to try. You never know until you try. That's the good thing about wrestling. You always have a chance to win when you're on your feet because you never know. That fellow could slip, fall on his hip, and you could just roll him over and pin him. Even though you're getting beat 4-0, a pin takes a period. Oh, he tries a high crotch. He let go of the dump, but he might come through the back door for 2. He doubles it off. Oh, you got to come off your knees or you're going to get jammed just like you did, son. Nothing yet, though. There's 2. He covered the hips, covered the arm. That is 2. We got 6-0 Bexley. Now, is he going to try for a back point? Oh, yeah, if he just keeps walking towards the ref. Oh, he might get a fall here, folks. Nope, they're way out of bounds, but he gives them 2, or was that 3? I couldn't see. Looked like 2 to me. We have 8-0. North Union's down, and we have 1 minute left in this third period, sports fans. Right now, he's secured an 8-point lead. See if he can turn him. Hopefully, he can ride this 8 out and win by 8, get an extra point. But we're going to see what happens here. Hopefully, North Union, you can hear the coaches yelling, stand up, get out. Oh, he does get out. Like I said, you never know. You could go to your back. You always have a chance in wrestling. How about that, sports fans? Unbelievable. Whoa, I thought he was flat there for a minute. Of course, you know, my cousin Vince is going to say he's one of the best officials around. He wasn't flat, but wow, he was taking, 2 banged up knees. He took too long to get down there to check it out. 8-5, he lets him go. It's 9-5. This guy's trying to get the pin. North Union's feeling he can throw him again. Wow, 9 seconds in deep. He's in deep. Oh! 2! Almost had the 2, folks. Final score 9-5. 9-5. Bexley, Grant Robinson. So we got Bexley now at 15, and we have North Union at 9. Next up at the 285 or heavies, we got DJ Douglas, a freshman, 0-4 from North Union, against a junior, Ethan Gamage from Bexley, 5-9. Both boys look kind of raw. But Bexley gets the takedown right away. He gets it right on it. Again, he's a junior, so he's had some match time probably. And this freshman is going right to his back. As I said, he might be getting some lessons through hard knocks tonight. He's riding that back ride. He's got to try to belly down and get up and out. But again, remember, you always have a chance if you got ticks on the clock. North Union's on his back, though. We got to try to get him up. DJ, get up, DJ. Well, looks like DJ's not getting up. Ethan's putting it on him. He needs to get settled back and get chest to chest. That normally helps you pin a bigger man. There, he gets a little bit deeper on that. Oh, we got a fall with 53 seconds left. Ethan Gamage, Bexley. Bexley 21. North Union 9. Now they said 106 was a scratch or forfeit on both. I didn't know that. I had wrestlers here, but I guess something happened. They don't tell us up here in the booth. We're one of the last ones to know about this, but both kids get 6 points. And let's see now the team score. Oh, Bexley gets a shot in on that single. North Union's countering with a cross face and a spin around for 2. That's Taryn Rifle against Jake Rigadan. Rifle was second in the sectionals last year and third in the Don Washerback Classic. So we got Bexley now with that 6 points at 106. They got 27 and North Union has 15. Now we're getting North Union's getting back points. Oh boy, this Terran's putting it on him, folks. He's got him pretty stretched out, and we got a fall. 1 minute and 2 seconds. Taryn Rifle. So we got 21 for North Union. We got 27 for Bexley. Now, let me get this right. I believe at, wait a second, they got me confused here because I had at 120, I had a forfeit. Now, what are they wrestling? I didn't hear that. Is this 120?
I never got this verified.
This wasn't verified, and I'm confused here, folks. We got someone wrestling at the 120-pound match, which I'm clueless, but Bexley's trying to get a shot in. But then North Union gets ahead, and Armin's got him on his back, folks. Wow, North Union's got him flattened out. We're still trying to wait for a name. North Union's trying to settle chest to chest. Whoa, North Union. If that's Austin Jamison, he gets the pin. Now, see, they said Miller's doing a forfeit. I'm clueless. So,
126.
yes. So we're all confused, folks. We got North Union just tied up to score 27. Then they get 6, so it's 33 to 27. And then at 132, who was that forfeit for? North Union. They get another 6, so it's 39 to 27. So we should be at. Okay, at 138, North Union, Skylar Callaghan against Hunter Hilgen man. Let's see. Hilgeman from Bexley's a sophomore, 12-6 record. Skylar Cowgill is a freshman with a 9-5 record, but it looks like Bexley gets the first 2. And he's riding with the legs. Right now, the team scores, my calculation, is 39 to 27. We got potentially dangerous. The ref stops the match for safety of the wrestlers. Bexley's on top. He just for an ankle ride. Tight waist deep, and then to see what he changes off to an arm bar. In, throws those right legs in. He's got the, puts the tires in. Oh, he's going for a half. Needs to come up a little bit higher on his shoulder there when he's throwing that half. Arch your back there, maybe key lock. You're getting back points, though. I'd stay right there and count them. Wow, he's got him flattened now. He's got to walk inside hip right towards the ref, so you can stay, there you go. Stay perpendicular. You get parallel, you're going to get rolled, son. Well, you're going to throw the legs in. That'll work, too. But I always like to stay perpendicular. You geometry students out there should know what that is. Wow. Gives him, should be, potentially dangerous. He's trying to crank that shoulder out of the socket, which usually works. But we have a 5-0 lead. Bexley's in a commanding lead. He's putting Skyler down. Skyler's getting, again, what I call that freshman learning of hard knocks. You get a little banged up before you learn a little bit about wrestling. Wrestling's a sport that you have to have many motor movements of that same move. And if you're not doing it consecutively, putting moves together, it's hard to catch wrestling. It really is. But we got Bexley trying to get back points with he's trying to turn him with his legs, folks. He needs to come up. There he goes, spin around. Now lace the arm. Pull up on the head and stay up on your toes. Don't go to your knees. Oh, that's tight, coach. Wow. Time. 10-0. We're going to the first period. We got Bexley's choice, up, down, neutral, defer. He takes top. That's a good choice. Now we're waiting on the score people to come up to 10. They're still stuck on 8. I saw the ref give 2 more, so we probably have girls down there working it that they're not used to paying attention to the referee all the time. They're looking at the boys in the wrestling uniforms. You know how that goes, girls. But anyway, we got Bexley riding him out. Legs laced in there. You got a mule kick. You got to kick like a mule and elongate that leg and then hip through and come right out. But when you get elongated, you're going to get cranked on your shoulders. And that's about what is happening right now, folks. Bexley's riding that ankle now. He should have stayed up on that head. You normally turn the guy a lot easier by the head, not by the ankle. That ankle is like a resting point. Emphasis on stalling more than turning your opponent. One minute left in this second period. It still should be 10-0, but I have 8-0 on the scoreboard. But Bexley's he's riding him. I almost put a blanket on this guy and riding him bareback because he's got him tight. North Union's been off his hips and no hand control the whole second period, folks. No, that's hard to pin. As I said, he's got to clear his hips. But they're learning. Let's see the record again. I think I mentioned it earlier. One's at 12-6, Bexley. Whoa, and they give it to Hunter. Fall. So Hunter gets fall, which makes him 33. And then North Union has 39. They get a forfeit. Bexley does. Now it's 39-39. And we're going back. This is the tiebreaker, folks. We got it going on here. We got North Union, Christian Cox against Eric Crane. We got Christian Cox, rated 22nd in the state. He was a senior with a 17-2 record wrestling Eric Crane from Bexley, 23-3. Christian was a sectional champ, and he was a champion at Washerback Classic. Then you got Eric Crane was 4th in the sectionals last year and 3rd at Licking Heights. But, wow, look at North Union trying to get it. But Bexley, he's got to turn it in. He's trying to get him. He better turn in or he's going to stack him. Whoa! It looks like he's got him. 2. Takedown, and he's on his back, folks. Christian's got him on. No, I take it back. Eric Crane had him on his back. I lost my mind for a second. Eric Crane pins him to take a lead, folks. Hey, this is Phil DeSabato with Match Side. I'm over here at Otterbein College, and we have a dual match tonight with Otterbein versus Ohio Northern. These two just participated in a tournament last week, and Otterbein was a few places ahead of them. But pound for pound on paper, I think Ohio Northern might match up a little different. But this first match, 125, Jackson Lasco against Seth Transu. I have to go with Jackson Lasco. He's really good on his feet. Fourth in the state last year from Central Crossing. And then this Seth Transu, he's from Dublin Jerome.
Now at 125, and Seth Transu, Ohio Northern. And Otterbein, Jackson Laxo.
Lasco's in. He's in deep. He changes it off to a double. Trying to get him on his back. They're scrambling, but Lasco's got the leg. And potentially dangerous to the knee there for Lasco. But Lasco had a nice shot. As again, Lasco gets on that single leg really quick. Let's see how he sets it up, folks. Lasco's 2-1 in the OACs, and Seth is 2-0. Both wrestlers are freshmen, and they're both trying to set up. And you got Lasco puts his hand on the mat, but Transu, he always goes to a knee there, and then tries to change level, and then they come up to both up on their feet. And they're both staying in the center, trying to work. Got a dump. He's got a dump. He goes into the dump. He's going to sit through. He should be getting back points. Should be. Oh, no count. The ref wasn't there to get the back points. We get 2 for the takedown there, folks. But man, when you dump on that lateral drop.
The referee just stands there.
Yeah. Now we got Lasco grabbing up some. Lasco is trying to get some riding time now. He's got the tight waist, got the lace locked, and he's got an arm bar, and he should try to come out the side and run that. One minute left in this first period. Again, this is college wrestling, so the first period is 3 minutes, and then it's 2-2. So Lasco is trying a cheap tail, but it doesn't work. See if he can ball it up again and try it again. He needs to try it. He's got that arm bar. Now Lasco puts the boot in. No criteria. He needs to get arm through there, folks. He's got the boots in tight. He's arching his back. 20 seconds left, and he's trying to get maybe quick back points here. He's working the head, trying a little crossface. Now he's trying to get the arm. Trying to get in tight. Now he's going to try to guillotine him over. No. Now get the wrist. Oh! Folks, Jackson Laxo gets 2. Seth defers the second period. He's got 0. Now we go takedowns. Both wrestlers are in a neutral position. As Lasco's doing a little feint there. Trying to get him to step. There's a shot again. He's in there deep. He needs to come out and try to drag off. Now they're apart again, and Lasco needs to keep trying to get that, but he refers to that dump so quick. He should try to maybe switch off to that high crotch and stay in there on that shot. Let's see what he does this time. He's baiting him here, trying to get him to move into it. He's pushing in, he's pushing back. Oh, he gets a shot. He gets that leg. He's got the tripod, but Lasco does a whizzer. He's doing a whizzer now. He's coming up. Now Lasco tries to scramble, but he doesn't go through the leg. 2 takedown for Seth Transu. Now he's got the boots in, and he's trying to downgrade on the riding time as Lasco had a minute 30-some racked up, but now it's going the other way, folks. He's got that arm laced across the back, and he's trying to work it. He's trying to work the ankle, but he had that arm lace. He's got to get him out and try to throw the half with the other arm. See what oh, there he does. But it lets his half slip off. He's got a bar. He's got a half. He's got the time about down to a minute. So now we got Lasco lost riding time. And we get neutral. Now it's 3-2 Lasco. And he has 55 seconds riding time. And he's short by 5 seconds to get a cue another point. Right. Hey, third period goes neutral. Neutral on the mat. Jackson has a 3-2 lead, and he's been in deep a few shots. Tried to rely too much on the dump and not the high crotch. Let's see what he can do here. He's leaning. He's trying to set up. There's a shot. No ankle, though. He's got a drag out there, but that's the first warning on Transu, as Lasco's had about 4 or 5 shots in the last 2 periods. There's another shot, but he's kind of far out. He's got the single. He's trying to walk behind. He's got to lift that ankle up more. Sit through on that ankle. Don't let him put any pressure on your shoulder, son. Keep sitting through. Oh, keep that leg. He's working on the leg tight. Transu's trying to scramble, and they call a stalemate. The Woo Wizard. Okay, that's a side talk from Vince DeSabato. Called that Woo Wizard. Stalling on the Wizard. There's another shot on the leg. He's getting it on that leg. He's got to come up, though. You can't stay on that bottom there. Lift the ankle and come off the mat with it even. There's no points awarded yet, but Jackson's in there deep, and you're burning time. Stalemate. Hey, you're still winning. You keep shooting, you're going to win. But I don't like to stay on the bottom and get my shoulder cranked, so change levels and get the leg and come up and finish. 20 seconds to go. There's another shot. He's going to circle around. He's going to circle around 2. Wow. He's got to come out. He's got to come out. 10 seconds. Stand up. Oh, Lasco's letting him throw the legs in, folks. And he's getting ridden out. Whoa. Wow, Lasco went to the well a little too much. He kept shooting, Wow, he had no warnings for stalling. He kind of gave that match away. Next, we have 133. We got Tyler Norris from Otterbein against Brad Tatton. Both wrestlers are filling each other out. They're tapping the head. They're circling, staying in the center. No, I said you had 2 bad knees, though. Okay. I'm on time. I'm on air now. I have to do it another time. Both wrestlers are filling out each other. It's been a minute. Expired already, and they're both trying to get a collar tie, head and arm. They're working on each other. He gets onto that head and arm. He's trying to run the hole. He's trying to run it. He's got to get his head in the hole more and reach for that ankle, but I keep spinning and try to do a little shuck by, throw by. Norris is a 2-time district qualifier from Thomas Worthington, and he's a freshman. And Brad Tatton, he was 7th and 8th in the state. Menor Lake Catholic Wow, he gets the takedown though. There's Brad. He goes back for the takedown. Takedown with 1:20 left in the first period, and he's riding right towards the edge. Throws a little cross face. He's trying to run that to a cradle. Wow, that was a nice cross face. He kind of releases it. Got the leg laced on the right leg. Trying to work on putting some back pressure. Looking at the records, Norris has a 9-9 record, and Brad Tatton has a 16-16. So they both have a few matches. But man, he's got him trying to get some back criteria there. He's trying to get his arm laced through. He doesn't get the back points though. He needed to get his arms laced through there, folks, and it didn't come through for him. There's a half. Try to run that. Wow. He's got it tight on there, but no back points yet. Tyler Norris needs to try to come off the mat there. So far, we got Brad Tatton. He has 1:30-some riding time. Definitely secured 1 point so far. Now let's see what happens. Otterbein defers to High Northern, and Brad takes neutral. Start the second period. He's leading 2-0. And he has one takedown already. Let's see if he can secure another one. Got an underhook by Otterbein. Now he goes into head and arm. Oh, he gets dumped, though. He gets dumped. Wow. Tyler Norris gave up that head and arm, and Brad Tatton dumped him there, but no back points. Now he takes a 4-0 lead with 1:40 and rising on riding time. Once you reach over a minute riding time, you accrue a point. And it looks like we're getting some points racked up for Brad Tatton. High Northern. 133-pound class. Stalling on bottom. They warned him. He's just laying there. Now we got Titan trying to get a cradle. He's doing a tight cradle. And oh, he bumps with that knee, and he's got him down on the mat, folks. He's got it in tight. He's lifting with the foot, trying to lace it more. He's tight on that. That was a nice cross-face cradle right to his back. Now he lays on his belly, and he's got it cranked out. Norris kicks out. We get 4 back points, and we got 8-0 lead with 2 minutes and 40-some seconds riding time. Wow, Brad Tatton is putting on the score now, baby. Norris trying to come to his feet. He needs to turn in. He tries to roll. He goes to his hip, not his back. Almost into the second period. You've been warned on the bottom. You got to try to come up, young man. They go out of bounds. Now we have 3 minutes of total riding time so far for Brad. And so even if he rides him out the whole time, there's no way he can elude this 1 point. So we have 8-0 plus 1. It's 9-0 right now. And Otterbein is on top. He needs to try to turn him and pin him, as I said earlier in these shows. Previously, when the high school was wrestling, you have time on the clock. You have time to pin them, but it's hard to pin him when someone's winning 9-0. He just knows to stay off his back. So High Northern's trying to dump him. He's trying to shake him off the back. The boot is in, but he's shaking. Shaking, mama there. It's shaking, bacon. I help. He gets the 2 reversal. Scores 10-0, and I tell you what, he's going to have over 3 minutes and some time riding time. Norris is kind of laying elongated, not really trying to knee slide up to his legs, so the ref's kind of watching, but Brad's not really trying to, High Northern's not really trying to secure a fall either, so I don't know if we can call the guy on the bottom for stalling, but he's really just glad to be out there on the mat, folks. But when you're tired, it's hard to get to your feet, but you got to try to find knee slide, got to try to find hand control, some type of back pressure. Wow. Norris has got almost 4 minutes of riding time. He needs to take that saddle off his back and start practicing some stand-ups, folks. Unbelievable. Stalling green, 1 point red, 19 seconds. We got 11-0 plus riding time. And now Norris gets out. 11-1, but we got riding time, so we're going to end up 12-1 on this match. Wow, Brad Tatum, 12-1 lead. That was awesome. 12-1 win, excuse me. Now, next at 141, we got Robbie Harris against Aiden Parabon from North Union. Or, excuse me, North Union, High Northern. I got North Union, High Northern screwed up from the high school match tonight. Double dipping tonight, folks. Oh, Pierman trying to get in. Pierman's in on that leg. Tries to pick it up. He's going to try to dump. Now he's trying to get it. He's lifting high. Kicks the leg out. What a takedown. That was sweet how he swung the leg and kicked the other one. Now he's got a leg laced. Got the boots in on the edge of the mat. And they clear the mat. 13 seconds of riding time. 2:20 left in the period. And we got 2-0 for Pierman. Parabon, excuse me. Parabon's a freshman, and so is Roby Harris. Harris is the first one-time district qualifier from Mount Vernon, and Parabon slams him back to the mat. He's a freshman with an 11-4 record from Stony Creek High School. And he's trying to wrist lock. Oh, he puts it right on the middle of the back, and he's trying to turn him. Now he's got the cross body. Parabon's trying to lace it and trying to run across. Harris trying to stand up. He's got to turn in. Don't go back to the mat. Oh, wow. Wow, he's getting some more counts, folks. 4. Got a 4 count, point-wise. College is a little different, folks, than high school. You can get back points there, and you can ride them all the way out of bounds. Right there. I couldn't believe that. That was a cheap 4. Plus, he's got 1:25 riding time with 1:08 left in the first period. Commanding lead. Again, Otterbein's letting them put the boots in real easy tonight, and they're getting everything locked up. He's trying to cross the body. Now he goes underneath. He's trying to. Harrison needs to try to mule kick and get that leg out. Change hips over or something. He's getting ridden again, and 40 seconds left in the period. Oh, he's going to try to reverse him, but Pierman's trying to put him back on his back. Harris's might get around to get to 2. He's got to keep following his back. Oh, you got to follow his back. Get back to your feet, Harris. Wow, the ref's actually counting out loud when he's riding the ankle. That's a legitimate call there for stalling. 6-0 towards the end of the first period, and it looks like we're going into the second period with 2:34 on riding time for Ohio Northern Parabon. So actually he's winning 7-0. Green takes neutral, so Robbie Harris is going to take neutral. Yeah, he's got to try to get a takedown, but you know, he hasn't shot yet, so it's hard to get a takedown if you don't shoot. Both wrestlers are towards the center of the mat. Parabon gets down in on his leg. He switches off to double, gets a 2. And we have 8-0, plus we're climbing the riding time. 2 minutes and 40-some seconds in rising. Aiden is in control right now. He's got that cross body, and they call stalling. Nope, stalemate. Either wrestler had no way to change position, so that's a good call there, ref. Harris from Otterbein's on the bottom. He needs to try to come up and get hand control. Caution's bumping Parabon. He's trying to push forward as he belly bumps him as he gets on there. He comes on easier. Cross changeover on a. Harris has got his head on the mat. He looks like he's trying to take a sleep there. He needs to get up, get off the mat, come off the mat. No, they're elongating, and if you're a young wrestler out there watching this, you need to try to get your hips back, your head back. You keep getting elongated, you're so susceptible to getting your boots from the other person put in, get your head cranked on your neck, your shoulder, and that hurts. So you learn to get a stand up, learn to get at least back pressure into him, and you might even be able to sit out or something, but you can't stay balled up or even elongated, because they're going to just crank you out. Now we have a total of 4 minutes. Now they call the bottom guy for stalling. Now we have over 4 minutes of riding time for Parabon. Short time to the second period's over. And red goes down to start the third period. He is losing 8-0. Actually, it's 9. Oh, excuse me. Otterbein is losing 8-0, but with the riding time, I failed to say that, is losing 9-0. Now Otterbein is on top, Parabon's on the bottom. They just caution green. Mr. Harris for coming on. He's got to get the hand on the elbow. Reset, he switches over. Parabon sits out, comes to a stand-up. He's going to turn in, and he's out. Wow, he got out in about 8 seconds. Nice switch over to sit to stand-up. Yep. Harrison does a loose shot, gets a hammered on the head and arm, and then Parabon circles around. 11-0 with. Oh, he kicks him. Now he's going to go takedowns with him. He gets a high crotch, stays on a low single, needs to come up through the center. He's trying to come up. He stands through. Oh, he's stacking him. He's trying to stack Harris. Harris is trying to hold on to his ankle, trying to scramble. Wow, stalemate. Minute to go. Score is 11-1. And we have 4 minutes and almost 30 seconds of riding time for Ohio Northern. Otterbein needs to get going here on offense. 50 seconds, and You're losing, so you need to get a takedown. There's a shot in on the single. He's in deep with the head laced through. He's got to try to sit through. He's going to sit through the back door. Trying to come out the back door. Whoa, and he gets the 2. 13-1 with 1 point riding time, and then he shoves him out of bounds. Stalling, that's another point. He walked right out of bounds. Wow. Wow. He's going to try to secure a tech fall. He's getting in there on the takedown. Harris is just pushing back, trying to avoid getting tech fall. He gets in deep. He's coming out the back door. Wow, Barabon. Barabon's trying to come out the back door. Got to try to finish. Harris is holding on for dear life. Wow, Harris is holding on. Whoa! He's holding on. He's trying to get his leg out. No! No points there. 15-1, folks. That was 15-1 Parabon, excuse me. Now we have up at 149 Jake Vaughn from Columbus DeSales against Dylan Dolph Jr., Canton South High School. Dylan Dolph's record's 13-10. Jake Vaughn 11-6. Now Jake's wrestled some 141s. He's got him in a tight head and arm. He said because he was up tight across the neck with the head and arm, he's trying to choke him out. Both guys got a collar tie. They're trying to work. Dolph breaks loose, and Vaughn's trying to press her the head. He's got a low base. Wow, ref's yelling contact because he's trying to get him wrestled. And then we got Vaughn getting a head and arm. He gets it down again. He's got to try to push it down to the mat. And they both clear. Vaughn pushes the head down again. He gets a head and arm. Vaughn's trying to get a takedown, but High Northern's staying in there tight. He won't let him get that head and arm real well on his head. He's not banging that head to the mat either. Vaughn gets a leg. He comes up. He's got the single. He's got to finish. Got to get a dump there. Don't go to the mat, young man. You can't finish there or sit through there. Dolph has got that whizzer in. Now he tries to circle around, but no, Jake slides through for the 2. He's got a Navy on the ankle. Comes up. 2 takedown for... Now Dolph is laid out on the mat, and we got Vaughn on top, trying to work on a turn. Comes out to the side a little bit, and he cuts him. Both men are neutral. Vaughn needs to keep on that single leg. 42 seconds left in the first period. It's 2-1. Jake Vaughn. Vaughn's got to try to get that underhook. There it is. Oh, you got to shoot more with your legs. Lower your level. Nice block by Dolph. And they both clear. Now Dolph is coming into Vaughn. Vaughn is shaking that stutter step. Changing levels. He's back on the single leg. Back tight. Wow. Vaughn should have stayed in there. Oh, he gets his head bounced off the mat. Nice move by Dolph, bringing him down, but he didn't score from there. Short time, ref. They're clear at the mat. Vaughn's choice, he defers to Dolph. Looks like Dolph is taken down to start the second period. He figures it. Jake Vaughn's going to cut him loose here. Vaughn's got to take him to the mat. He's up. Oh, wow, he was out in 4 seconds, folks. Vaughn's changing levels again. You got to get in there, though. You got to change levels. You got to get a shot. Work the head, work the head. Both guys are tied up, 2-2, and both guys are tied up ear to ear. And Vaughn goes down to a knee. He still has that head and arm, but now he cuts it loose. He's got a big fresh start back. Now Vaughn's trying to figure out. Kind of hard, though. He's got to get that circular motion. It's kind of hard to shoot straight in. Now we got High Northern coming to be a little more aggressive. Dylan Dolph tried to get a shot. Now he's got a dump in motion, but Vaughn tries to push forward and get an ankle pick to no avail. Dolph looks up at the time. He must be getting tired. He looked at the scoreboard. 1 minute to go, and it's 2-2 into the first period or second period. Hopefully we get someone to get a score here. Oh, he tries to shuck by. Dolph is getting coerced to get in there and shoot. Wow, he bangs ahead again, but then he gets a Russian. Dolph stays in there tight. Vaughn gets a half shot, drops to his knee. No penetration shot, though. So Vaughn smacks ahead. He got an underhook. Now he's got to work that. Circle, circle. Both wrestlers are going in straight in on each other, and it's hard to score that way. I like to get a circular motion so we can get that leg coming up. Short time. Vaughn's got the head and arm. And they're both tight. It's going to be Vaughn's choice, and he's going to take down. Let's hope Dolph doesn't throw the boots in, because he has trouble getting out sometimes, as we previously watched and commentated here on the Otterbein channel. Oh, he tries to get up in a switch. He gets up to his hip, but no, he goes right back down. He needs to clear his feet, come back up. Wow, he's got it tight. Vaughn's got to come to his feet, folks. Keep the ankle, and that's a reversal. Now he throws the boots in. Wow, 4-2, and he's going back up the ladder on the righty time. Vaughn's going to do a cross body. Wow, that was decent for Vaughn. But you don't see too much of a switch in college wrestling, but then he switched off to a different move. That's kind of an elementary move. Vaughn's trying to crank him out a little bit. Ref's getting ready to ding him. Up, Vaughn kicks him loose. It's 4-3. You got a minute to go. Oh, High Northern shoots right in. Vaughn was not even ready for defense on that. He was trying to catch his air, I believe. Now High Northern's got 5-4. He almost turned him there. Vaughn's got to come up and get out. Wow, he's trying to throw the boots in. Vaughn's got to come up. Vaughn's got to shake him, shake him. Wow, Dolphin's got it tight, though. I'm looking for a stalemate here. Ref is letting a lot of time burn. Wow. Ref a lot of time burn there. I think I would have had to call a stalemate. They were up there. No one was doing anything. Now High Northern's going to ride him out, folks. Dylan Dolph, 5-4 with a takedown in the last 40 seconds of the match. Wow. Wow, we're at finish at 149. It's 14-0 High Northern. Now we got Gavin Nelson, sophomore, High Northern against Willie Plaisir, freshman. Willie Plaisir was 8th in the state. Went to Kaufman High School, and he was first at the High Northern Invitational. 2-time OAC Wrestler of the Week. But he just got taken down, folks. So Gavin Nelson with the 16-8 record, 3rd in the state back in 14, Oregon Clay High School. Wow, Gavin's trying to roll him with a cheap tilt. He's got it. There's the back points, folks. Wow. Nelson got a cheap tilt for 4 points. Unbelievable. Whoa! Throws him too far and you get a reversal by Plaisir. Wow, he had him up in the air. Nice. Oh, Plaisir gets a hard crossface. Wow, Plaisir. Let's see if that gets him fired up, folks, because he was almost throwing too far by Gavin Nelson. Now Nelson's down laying flat on the mat. Tight waist by Plaisir. See if he can come out to the side and run a half. Warning for the bottom for stalling elongated. They need him to come up, so Nelson has a warning. Plaisir's now moving up on the riding time. Cleared the, oh, he's trying to get a cradle. He's in there deep on the claw. He's got his claw, see if he can push it forward. Wow, Nelson up and out. They need to fix that headgear. He's got a strap broken on the back and it's flapping. So we got injury time for equipment change. Oh, the ref's going to say it's his time. Usually you can bang the kid for injury time or for equipment time. The ref's being nice. He wants to get a dual match at High Northern next year, so he doesn't call any points there. Probably does the High Northern tournament. Who knows? Plaisir needs to get in there. There's 40-some seconds left. 7-2, Gavin Nelson. See what Willie has. He snaps the head down. See if he can get a front headlock. See if he can score from there. Wow, Plaisir's got the head in the hole. He's got to try to get that ankle. Wow, he's running it. He's running it. Wow, he almost had that, folks. High Northern did a great job of circling. Gavin Nelson, he survived there. He was almost taken down. Oh, he tries that gator roll. He tries to get around him. He didn't score, though. Wow, that was a good little fast exchange. First period is over. Nelson takes down. Plaisir will be up. Score is 7-2. Start the second period. Plaisir's moving up. He's got 23 seconds to start this period, and he's moving up towards the minute mark for 1 point. But he's going to try to turn. He needs to turn. He's down by 5 points, folks. A quick tilt here could give him 4 more. But High Northern's got a good base. He's trying to get hand control. He's trying to stand up. Plaisir's just trying to float on the back. He needs to try to chin back or bump him forward. Now he needs a belly bump. They're both up. Come down. Plaisir's got to stay off his knees. He's going to get no pressure on him. He's going to give it away here. But he's trying to hold him. No, he's out. 8-2. Plaisir's got to come up. Plaisir does have a minute 10 in riding time, but he needs to get a takedown here. He's down 8-2 right now. We could say 3, but Plaisir needs a takedown. 50 seconds left in this second period. Let's see who wants this bad. Oh, he does a duck, but no. He should have tried to body lock there. He tried to go down to the leg. That was a beautiful time to grab a body lock. But Plaisir let that go. And he trains with the boy from Dublin, Kaufman, that likes throws. I don't know why he didn't body lock him there. Nelson tries to get in there. He crosses it. Oh, and they give him 2. Should be back points. Nope, he gives a count. Plaisir staying in the ball. He better get off his back. The ref saying 2 back points. I only saw him count once. Maybe he was counting with a no count. 2 near fall for while Nelson's commanding lead 12-2. Plaisir is giving him too many cheap back points. And we're riding down the other way, so we are going to elapse that riding time that Plaisir accrued. Trying to get his head to the mat, and he's just holding on. He's not really trying to come up. He looks like he's getting tired. This High Northern's man put some moves to him today. Now he's riding him out hard. Well, Plaisir's coming up to his knees finally. He tries to roll. He's got to keep rolling. He's going to give back points. Plaisir needs to get around and get 2. Nelson's just trying to hold on to the legs, trying not to give any points away. They'll secure a 10-point win. 50 seconds. Stalemate with 47 seconds left, and they're going to restart. Plaisir walks over on his hands and knees. He is definitely tired. That shows you that he's really tired. I mean, you're going to stand up and get to your feet. We got some people screaming to get up. Wow, he goes right to his back, folks. Wow, Plaisir's definitely tired, folks. Green warning finally as he's been laying flat on the mat for the last period and a half. Wow, Plaisir's going to get it. Nope, I thought he was going to get a cheap tilt again. Wow, 14-2. Gavin Nelson, sophomore, over freshman Willie Plaisir. Wow. Now we got 18-0 for the team score, folks. Now we got Donnie Didion from Otterbein versus Seth Meyer, Ohio Northern. This is at the 165-pound class. Donnie Didion's a freshman, 3-time district qualifier from Westerville North, just a few blocks across the way here from Otterbein. And Seth Myers from Defiance High School, and his record is 14-12. So this is kind of a good weight class for as far as each other's matchup, as far as their wins and losses. They're both average about half and half their matches. Whoa, he gets a high crotch, switches to a double. He's going right up the body. Wow, that was a nice changeover, folks. Now he goes right up to the head and tries to ride him. Donnie's got to try to come to his knees as he's getting elongated, and he's going to get the boots put in once he gets up. There goes the boots. Didn't even try to get the legs out. Now he's going to go across the body. He's trying to crank his neck across, getting the hips. Wow, he's got him cranked on his hips. Almost feel that hip pointer hurting. Wow, he's got to get his hip down. He's got to try to knee slide or something. He needs to try to get that leg out. He's froze on bottom. Seth Meyers got it in control. He's got 1 minute of riding time. And he's trying to get that neck, the head. He's trying to put a lot of pressure with that cross body ride. Wow, there he go. Oh, I thought Myers was going to get that. Warning, bottom guy. That's Otterbein, green. They get a warning, first period. One more warning, you're going to give a point away. So you got to move on the bottom. Wow, Didion's going back to one side, to the right, to the left. He's trying to tilt him. Furiously trying to tilt him. 20 seconds to go, and wow. Donnie Didion needs to try to come up. Myers throws the legs in. He's still trying to crank it out with 10 seconds. Cross body ride. Wow. At the end of the first period, Seth Meyer has 2 minutes and 16 seconds, plus he has 2 points, so actually he's winning 3-0. And Seth Meyer's down, and Donnie Didion's on top. He tries to throw the boot in. He's got it half knee in, but he needs to bump forward. Now he goes back to his bottom. Wow, he might get a cheap tilt here and needs to lift it with the legs. Now he goes cross body ride. Wow. Wow, he's got that arm if he can kick through. Wow. 2 reversal, folks. Seth Meyers elevated that foot and got out and around for 2. It's 4-0. Yeah, so you gotta get up on the bottom now, Donnie. Oh, now they call warning on the top now. But they warned the top guys, so they stopped the match. So both boys have been warned for stalling. They need to try to come up, and one needs to try to turn. Donnie Didion's got to come up. He's been warned already, and he's laying flat on the mat, folks. Wow, they got that cross body again. Cross body, they're trying to push away on the head. They're trying to rip it. Wow, he's trying to push away and get that back points. Wow, green nothing. 1 point red. 5-0 starting the third period here. Plus he's secured 2 minutes and 56 seconds riding time. Otterbein takes neutral to start the third period, 5-0. Seth Meyers leading, plus he has 2 minutes and 56 seconds riding time, which is another point. There's no way to take that away, folks. Now they both have a collar tie. Got Seth Myers in a commanding lead, 5-0, plus the 1 point riding time. So actually he's winning 6-0, so he can just kind of coast. Act like circle and act like you're shooting. Oh! Donnie Gideon almost had a knee pick. He tries for an ankle pick, but he goes to the single leg. He's got to keep moving, though. Nope. High Northern's bench is yelling, continue on that. Seth Myers, but Seth is kind of like winning. He tries a half shot by posting the elbow, but wow. We got a overhook with Meyer, and now he tries to pick again. Boy, this Didion's still trying to score, but he's not quite finishing, but he's giving a little more wrestling. But as their first year, Otterbein's going to go through some growing pains. They're all been getting ridden out like a horse with a blanket on it and a saddle, but that'll come with time. They need to get more aggressive on their takedowns. And we just saw Seth Myers get another takedown. So actually, whoa, now they call stalling on the top. I guess the ref's getting tired too, so he's calling someone for stalling. He thinks the place is starting to stink up to get the fish scales off of these two guys because they're just holding on to each other. Myers trying to turn him. Wow. Meyer winning 8-1.
Winner by decision, Seth Meyer.
No. Okay, now next, the team scores 21-0, 174. Brandon Newberger, freshman, 10-5 record, 5th in the state, Division II from Norwalk, against Keeler Dieter, senior, 19-7, 4th in the straight, Division III, 2011. Wow, I can't even think that far back. And he's from Covington High School. Whoop, get a shot, blocked hard by Kyler. He gets in the front head like he dragged through. Keeter has an underhook. Wow, two minutes left. A minute's been through, and neither one's really shot in deep enough to get a takedown. Both guys are just kind of wrist locking and holding each other on, trying to find get a shot in that's going to work tonight. Wow, Dieter gets in there deep in the single leg. He's dropping down. He's trying to drop down to his trip. He's got the wizard in. He's got to hold that through, and he gets the two. Nice move by High Northern's Keeler. He was in deep on that single leg, and he tripped, and he's behind, and he's riding now, and they go out of bounds. .140 left, and Keeler's on top. Wow, he's in tight, pushing forward. He got a bar. Wow, he throws those big boots in. Wow, he's got it tight too, folks. Wow. Wow, he's cranking out deep elongation on that. Wow. He switched around, but boy, he gets the arm now. He's going to lace it. He's going to try to put it over his head, folks. He's going to try to guillotine. Nope, he let that go. I thought he was going to guillotine there. Wow. Keeler gets over a minute now. He's winning actually 3-1. nothing right now. Otterbein again, they need to come off that mat, get their head up, and try to get out. Brandon Newberger staying down in a tight ball there. He needs to try to get hand control and come up. Come up. There, he cuts him. 23 seconds to go, and it's 2-1. Dieter gets another shot. He gets behind him. 2 right at the end there with 5 seconds left, folks. Right, yep. He got it right around. Time. Wow, Dieter took him down with 5 seconds to go in the match. You can't let that happen, folks. So he's taking a 4-1 lead plus a minute 37 riding time. And Otterbein is down. Dieter will be on top, and Braden has to come up. Oh, he checks him. Braden tries to switch over to the other hip, but the boots come in again. Real tight. He's cranking up his body. Wow. Well. No, they don't know the pain. Well, they're getting it tonight, folks. They're getting what we call the high northern boot and break your shoulder and neck combination. So we'll have a few boys from Otterbein with sore shoulders and hips tomorrow because high northern riding them like they have a blanket with a saddle on them. It's unbelievable, folks. As we have another high northern wrestler has 2 minutes and 40-some seconds. We still got another period. Oh, we get a reversal, folks. Wow. Now he's got to come off that ankle. He's getting counted. He's getting counted. You better do something. In the official call, stalling for holding on that ankle, folks. I don't know. He knew the ref was counting. He should have tried to bull him through the out of bounds. 41 seconds and we have a 4-3 lead, but we have over 2 minutes and 30 seconds for Dieter's riding time for High Northern. But wow, he's trying to throw a leg in. Oh, Dieter's going to switch him. Wow, he just gets it so easy. He elongated and he was out of there. Dieter throws a hard crossface. Nice. Oh, he cradles him up too, folks. Dieter gets behind, but he's got that cradle locked up. See if he can sit on that inside hip. Wow, short time though. Wow, 6-3. That was into that period. Dieter's on the lead, but he also has 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Wow, and Dieter takes down. He knows he can get up, folks, because he's tired this fella out. Yes, everyone's got a chance to win. When you got 2 minutes to go, you can always get fall. But Dieter's trying to get out, but he's got a bar locked on him. Wow. See if Brandon can put him over. Wow, you better try to keep moving. There you go. Try a cheap tilt. Trying to do that hand roll. Got the head in the armpit. See if he can run it. See if he can run it. Warning red. Warning red for stalling on the bottom. Just trying not to get turned, but he's winning 6-3. I guess that's the name of the game, huh? Let's see what Otterbein can do. Newberger's trying to turn him. Keeler Dieter gets up and out. 7-3, and they go to center, and they're both dancing. Dieter's reaching out with his left hand, now his right. We have no, there's a circular motion, but he didn't try to get anything. Yeah, he should have did this at the second period if he's got all this energy. He saved too much energy, see. Oh, he tries a lateral drop. Dieter blocks with the right arm. Wow, he's backing out. Dieter, oh! No takedown at the end, folks. 8-4. Oh, 8-3, as I said. Dieter. Wow, this is a 184. We got Corrigan Bunzold against Steven Serbinsky. Serbinsky's from originally from Lebanon, Ohio. And then he switched over to wrestled in Colorado, and I think he's back here in Ohio wrestling at 184. I don't remember who the injured player was, but he's filling in pretty nice. Just started the semester. Wow, they let him wrestle all the way out of bounds, folks. So Serbinsky takes a 2-0 lead. And we got Bunzold, third in the state, Division III from North Union High School. And he was OAC Wrestler of the Week once this year. He's a freshman, 22-8. And they kick him loose. 2-1. Whoa, he almost had a slide by on him. Whoa, slick move. Wow, he moved right away. Right. They get taken down, they kind of give up. But Brunsold, he has 18 falls, so you don't know what could happen in this match. Wow, they're way out of bounds, folks. 4-2, and we're back to the center, folks. 1:35 left in the first period. Serbinsky. 4-2, 2 takedowns, 2 escapes. And he's going to work on another one. He's got that outside collar tie. He does a low duck. Wow, that drops right into a nice shot. Wow. Brunsold's trying to get a body lock on him. Brunsold throws him! Oh! As I said, Brunsold has 18 falls. Whoa! And they call a fall, folks. That's his 19th fall of the year, folks. Welcome back to Ohio, Steven Serbinsky. Wow. (24-6). Now we're at 197. Drew Casper, redshirt freshman, Otterbein, 21-4, state champion from Lexington, Ohio, in 215. Wrestling Evan Hickey, junior, 17-11, Wilmington High School. Wow. Both guys trying to work on the collar ties and trying to figure out a way to get to that leg. Hickey's got both arms collar tied, and now he switches off. Drew Casper has a 21-4 record, and Evan Hickey from High Northern's is 17-11. Casper's got behind him, but he's got to take him to the mat. Whoa! Takes him down to the mat. Now he's going to crank on some riding time here. He's got 1 minute and 52 seconds left in the period to get some riding time. Oh, he's riding that arm bar. He's trying to come out. Wow, he tips him, lets him get through. Evan Hickey is 2-1, and Hickey is losing. Both wrestlers are tied up head to head, trying to work on something here. Both guys just kind of filling each other out, but no one's actually trying to shoot. There goes Casper for the leg. He had it, but he left it. Now he's got an underhook, and the other boy gets it. Can't kind of get it because Casper puts the head and arm on him, but Hickey was in there deep, and Casper chokes him out a little bit now. Let's see if he can finish on the head and arm. Nope, they call stalemate when they're choking out there, nothing moving. 23 seconds, see if someone's going to get a takedown at the end here. Wow, we're going to a short time, and that's it, folks. Well, Drew Casper leading 2-1, and it's High Northern's choice. High Northern takes down. Yep, hopefully you can get up and out, and you got 2-2 tie. But if you don't, then you're going to get tired, and you're going to get cranked on. Casper's pushing forward. He's got one of the boots in, but he's got to get his hip up or try to take him down. Well, it's kind of hard to improve when the bottom wrestler's holding your feet. How are you supposed to move? So I don't know who he was trying to talk to. High Northern's trying to get a reversal. Oh, he's going to hit him for stalling. No! He gets the reversal. Instead, the ref was counting a 5 count, trying to hit him. Wow, Hickey goes right to the cross body ride. He's trying to crank him a little bit. Wow. Casper's got to kind of come up. Casper's getting ridden. He's got to get his hips back and come up. Hickey's trying to ride him. He's trying to belly bump him. Now he's behind. Now he's got to take him to the mat. 5 seconds. He lets him go, folks, with 36 seconds in the second period. They're neutral, and it's tied 3-3. Second period coming down to an end. Casper's got the collar tie along with, so does Hickey. Now Hickey has a collar tie, and Casper's on overhook. Now he's on overhook, underhook. Boy, they're switching off collar ties. Not really trying to pummel in for a body lock or anything. They're just trying to hold on to each other's neck. Wow, tied 3-3, and we got Casper going down for the third period. Drew Casper's going down. Evan Hickey's on top. Hickey's pushing forward, but Drew's right up. Oh, he gets pushed back to the mat. Don't reach behind. Get back. Cross face. There's a reversal, folks. And then he's kicked free. 5-4 Otterbein. Casper's in the lead. He's working on a collar tie. He's working on pushing, pulling. Someone's got to get the takedown because too much time to just be lollygagging around. Refs yelling for action. Crowd's yelling for anything as our team's getting beat 24-6. So Casper's got to try to secure a win here, give him 3 more points. As I said earlier in the sportscast, Otterbein had a better score in the tournament last week, the same tournament that both teams were in, but High Northern's just on paper right now is just putting it to them, man to man. Now Casper's winning though with 40 seconds to go. Let's see if he can hold this lead. He's got to get a shot. Someone's got to get a shot. High Northern guy's losing. He's got to get a shot. So Casper counters. He doesn't have nothing yet. He's got to take him to the mat. Tries to lift. Try to belly bump him. Wow, Red going out of bounds, stalling. 17 seconds. It's still 5-4. Wow, he gets a shot. Deep, deep. Sprawl back hard by Casper. Casper's holding on for dear life. And he secures a win, folks. 5-4 Casper. (24-9).
Winner by decision, Drew Casper.
Now we're at the heavyweight. We got Gage Archer, sophomore, 12-5. Nathan Barkaski, freshman, 21-7 from Pennsylvania. Wow, he tried. Wow. They changed that. I got the wrong one. We got Ross Lumpkins for Gage Archer's not out there. We got Russ Lumpkins. Whoa, Lumpkins takes him down out of bounds, folks. Wow, Russ Lumpkins. Yes, I'm positive. He's 2-5. He wrestled a few weeks ago in one of our telecasts. Wow, he gets an underhook. Wow, I was almost thinking Lumpkins was from Columbus area, but I stand correct. He gets in there deep on Lumpkins. He's got a big treetop. Lumpkins fighting it, but whoa, he goes to his belly. Takedown 2 for Burkaski. He's got some long arms and legs. Let's see if he can ride these legs out. Yep, Lumpkin's got to come up. He's getting ridden And we got 50 seconds to go, so you got to make an attempt to get to your knees. You got to try to knee slide or go to the side. Oh, he's running that arm bar, folks. Wow, Barkowski, he's going to turn him, folks. Wow, no, got 2 points at least. 2 points.